We welcome to the Reggae Hour, Jo Mersa Marley. How's it going?
Irie man, chilling, vibes.
Great. So you got a new EP out, which is called Eternal. What can you tell us about it?
Well, it consists of 7 tracks, some produced by Jazzwad, some produced by Riff Raff, some produced by Silent Addy, Bumbo Cat, one of the tunes produced by my cousin Soul, and one that is also produced by me and Riff Raff. We have special Yo Dog. You have a first tune called Yo Dog that features Busy Signal, huge influence. That one is produced by Jazzwad. Second tune is Made It. That is produced by Silent Addy, Bumbo Cat, Disco Neil, that whole Bashment crew there. No Way Out, once again, is produced by Jazzwad again. Features Black Am I. Also a label mate, a brother of mine, and you don't know, an overall dope artist. You have a next company featuring Melly. She's from New York. Dope artist, dope, bad. That one is also produced by, once again, Silent Daddy and the whole Bumbo Cat and Disco Neil and Bashment group. Let's see. Guess Who's Coming Home is produced by me and the Riff Raff. And Thinking is produced by Riff Raff.
I really like Guess Who's Coming Home. That's probably my favorite track from the EP.
Nice, man. Nice. Thank you. Oh, That Dream is produced by Soul Marley. See? That Dream.
And you mentioned you've collaborated with Busy Signal on one of the tracks. What was it like working with him?
Oh, that's like a dream come true, man. The best way and simplest way I can say it, it's a dream come true. It's an influence of mine from a child, from a young youth forward. So getting to work with one of your influences is always a dream come true. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So with my favorite track on the EP, Guess Who's Coming Home? What can you tell us about it? What was the process like of putting it together?
That actually started when I was on the road and finalized up last year while I was doing the whole EP, the mixtape, pardon me. Before it became the EP. No More Will I Roam. I did listen to that tune a lot, and I wanted my own version. And we started with the productions. I like drums. I'm a drummer by heart. And drums is my first love from the music side. So we started with the drums, and the song itself didn't start. I didn't build the beat with the song in mind right away, but it worked out like that. You know what I mean?
So do you start with the beat then when you're doing your music? As you said, you're a drummer.
No, not all the time. Not all the time. It depends on just the vibe. You know what I mean? It's sometimes I can be going for a walk and a tune come to me. Sometimes I listen to the beat and an idea or a concept comes. So it's just depending on the vibe, really.
Yeah. And I suppose every song is different, isn't it?
Sorry?
Every song is different, isn't it?
Yeah, man. There's a tune for everybody. There's a topic. There's many topics. A song to make you laugh. A song to help you keep pushing through. A song that has social commentary and speaking about how I view certain lifestyle. A song letting me know that there's a higher power that you can't run from. Jah. You can't run from the Most High. There's no escaping that. Yeah, there's a tune for everything. There's a tune for everyone, as I would say. A tune to dance to, a tune to vibe to, just a tune for everybody. You Guess Who Coming Home? the last person who I talked to earlier, them like That Dream, and some like Made It. So it's always great as well to hear which song connects with each individual. It's always a wonderful surprise.
Yeah, and this new EP is 6 years after Comfortable. Any reason for the big gap? Life?
No, I don't know if I said that. Just the music again, man. I can't rush whatever the music is saying for me to do, you know? I just work with it.
Yeah, I suppose it's best to take your time, isn't it, when you're doing an album or doing an EP?
Yeah, yeah, word.
I think I first heard you on the Morgan Heritage album Strictly Roots. The song was Light It Up. What are your memories of that time? A while ago now.
What are my memories?
Mm.
Of them just asking me to do the show, you know? Morgan Heritage is an ex group that I'm influenced by. So it was just an next dream come true to be a feature on a group I'm gonna look up to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was great. It was a wonderful thing.
Great. And so, of course, Bob Marley is your grandfather and Stephen Marley is your dad. Do you consider it to be a responsibility to carry on the legacy of the music?
Of course, in my own right, though. I'm not my grandfather and I'm not my father. So I don't think that when you hear Jo Mersa, you can expect that I'm going to be carrying on the legacy, but in my own way.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Things that was happening when things that was happening in my grandfather time still do happen now, but it happens in a different way. But it's still the same book. It's just a different page of the book. So it's my turn to read that page and reiterate it to our generation.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of music. So every genre, I guess a way of you saying it is that, you know, a lot of the genres are the other styles that you heard on the EP also shows music that I'm influenced by and listening to right now. You know what I mean? Like the trap dancehall I'm listening to. I'm listening to some of Afrobeats. I listen to reggae, of course. I listen enough things nowadays. I listen a lot of things outside of just the reggae community and dancehall community. And as an artist, I just love music. I love rock. I love rock and roll. I love R&B. I love hip hop. I love techno. I have love and appreciation for each and every style of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best way to be as an artist, isn't it? You sort of absorb it all in.
Of course. I mean, I personally think that, you know, if as an artist you're supposed to do that, and you're supposed to allow the music to put you in a trance, allow it to be something else, allow it to be a jazz bass line, allow it to be the guitar from a rock and roll solo, allow it to be, you know, the pianos from a classical pianist or something. It can be any and everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I grew up loving music. I grew up being a fan of music. You know, man, I know no other way to say it. I just love music, man. I listen to any and every music. I listen to, you know, reggaeton, for example, when I feel like it. So just for sure, you know, I listen to a lot of music. I have a wide range of music that I listen to. I listen to some, what them call it? Oh man, I just had it again. I listen to gigs, I listen to Skepta, I listen to you know, I listen to enough music, bro. I listen to a wide range of music, bro.
It can be surprising music as well, can't it? You can just suddenly find something that you weren't looking for and you like it, you know.
As well. Yeah, that's so right. That's so right. And I think that's actually one of the best ways to discover some music sometimes. You know, you go out to eat or for something, you know what I mean? You're sitting in a restaurant and you hear, who's that singing? Oh my gosh, lovely voice. Boy, I need them? I want to hear more. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's those little intricacies, surprises, as I would say. It's just them little surprises help to make the rest follow along easily.
Yeah. So when did you record the EP?
About a year now.
A year ago.
Yeah, about a year.
Yeah. And where was that?
A little bit of Miami and Jamaica.
Oh, nice. Got plenty of sun then. Not in the studio, but
Of course, in the studios, but it happened in the studios in Miami and Jamaica. Mostly, a majority of the EP was recorded with my father. So around by Lions, then we recorded some at Hope Road in Jamaica, Tough Gang. I recorded some at Uncle Damien's studio. I recorded a tune there. I made it at Uncle Damien's studio, as a matter of fact. So you don't know, as I said, Jamaica and mine mostly. Guess Who's Coming Home actually was a concept that started on the road, on tour, and then because of last year, it allowed me to finish it up properly, and go in a little bit more on those songs. So give thanks for that.
Yeah, and obviously you mentioned your dad and you mentioned your uncle. It's such a family business, isn't it? Really.
Hey, man. Music, bro, it's hard. Bob did say you're going to be tired to see his face, so don't be surprised.
So who are some of your favorite artists yourself? Who do you like to listen to? You said you got a varied taste in music.
Boy, that's how long of an interview is this?
Sorry?
How long of an interview is this? Because
because it could go on forever. Yeah.
hey, I'll have a lot of I can start from, well, of course, my grandfather, Black World, in a circle, Steel Pulse, to Aretha Franklin, Betty Wright, to Louis Armstrong, to Shabba, Super Cat, Ninja Man, to Yellow Man, man, it's Michael Jackson, it's The Temptations, Jackson 5, Melody Makers, Amy Winehouse. Not needed enough, like I say, it's a lot. I can go on.
It's an impossible question, really, because there's so
because
many.
really, what you're making me do is think of the people. I don't want to leave out nobody, and those questions kind of give that where you don't want to leave out other important inspirations. I don't want to leave them out.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives me that where it's like you have to you really put me on which names firing first and which names come to me or which tune did I listen to last. So it's them.
I'll put you on the spot, yeah.
So how it always happens. It always happens with that. I can't. That's actually probably the hardest question I get a lot. Is who are your influences and what music do you listen to? That's probably the hardest question I get.
Yeah, well, at least you gave me some names, because usually people say, "Oh, I can't name anybody." So
no, it's a lot to name, and usually I think people do that is because, as I said, them don't want to leave out none of their other influences, and it kind of puts them on the spot. It put me on the spot. It always puts that because I want to say, more. I want to call every name that influenced me, and then there's again too. That's why you hear me ask, how long is the interview? Because time is not going to permit for me to really tell you of every and all the influences that I draw from.
Yeah. And what's it been like? You've obviously been in lockdowns and during this whole period. How has it been for you?
Just a lot to get used to and to take in, even just to walk around the block from last year to now is a big difference, and the whole new regulations and the wearing a mask and all of this stuff, and as well as missing performances and more in-person interactions from interviews to everything nowadays is Zoom for me at least. So enough of them things they are mixed. And it's took its toll, but it's also at the same time it's given me time to we finish up the full LP, and we're gearing up to let it out soon as well. We'll finish up a mixtape that's going to be released as well soon, and the EP which we just released is the first of many. So the same thing is the lockdown just kind of gave me that time to fine tune and finish up everything in a, the schedule just clear up. So it was just like, all right, great, great. Let me zone in without hearing. I'm in the studio for a week, and next week you have a show, or you have to leave, or you have to do this, or we have somebody who want to collab with you, so we want you in the studio in California within the next 3 days, or whatever and however it want to be. So sometimes it did play a part, and good and bad. And I think for us to focus on the bad would make it worse. So we just have to give thanks for the good that come out of it.
Yeah, make the best of it. Yeah. Is it too early to start thinking about gigs, or is there some in the pipeline?
No, I actually did one Sunday. That just passed in Wynwood. The Wynwood Art District, I believe, of Miami here. So that was a vibe. I did that with Dubwise Miami at Oasis. So that was actually like, it was for the band and everybody, all of our conversations kind of began and ended with, man, I miss this feeling. So, like, boy, yo, bro, like, it's almost like this is a dream. It's like, I don't, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things, man. It's one of those things. So it was more of a celebration. It felt more like a birthday party than a show to me.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, such a long
like
time.
A family reunion, I should say.
I mean, when was your last gig before then?
Say summer of 2019. Before I was actually in Europe. No, yeah, summer 19. 2019 in the summer was my last gig with my father.
Crazy to think, though, isn't it? I mean, back then nobody ever would have thought that this would happen, really, would you? No, right.
No.
But like you say,
the funny thing about it is, when you're touring and being on the road and doing the shows, you usually become homesick very fast. And now, I guess I can say I'm tour sick. Like I want to be on the road,
Roles reversed.
It's reversed now, vice versa, and them thing. So that's actually the funny part about it.
Are you hoping to come to England at some point when that's possible?
Of course, man. Line it up for me now. Give me 2 shows too. I'll just come just to visit, but just give me 2 shows too, so I can at least say I performed over there.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, come to London. That'd be great.
Yeah, man, line it up, man. Some free concerts. I'll be there. Line it up.
Well, thanks a lot for talking to us, Joe, and good luck with the EP.
Rastafari. Thank you very much. All right, bro.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Amen.